My name is Verna Elliott, and I've been a part of the community church for several years now, especially the last 30 years.
Hi, my name is Michelle Greenwood, and I've been coming to the Boston Community Church. I'll be starting 4 years.
Sure, Patrick. My husband Dave and I have been coming to church for about a year and a half.
Your first introduction to the church was through this couples program, which was very nice because you not only got a good meal, you had, met new people.
Well, Dave and I came to church because of Verna. Our dog and I would sit in Verna's kitchen and we just talk. She'd tell me about church and she'd say how the people are really good and friendly and the minister's very nice. But we didn't go for a while, but then time went on. One day we just decided to listen to Verna.
My friend Deb Kiner, who's a member of this church at the Y, and we used to swim together in the mornings. And it was a piece of a conversation that came out of nowhere. She said, "I'd like to invite you to join our church." And it just seemed like an invitation to me that was bigger than the words she said. I was happy to be getting back to this community, and I had been in the process of trying to get to an organization, a church again, that I thought I could identify with.
Involved with the community at all. And once we came here and saw what we have with this church, we started getting involved, and it makes us feel good that we can donate our time and help out in any way we can.
I've observed from the very beginning that you come in and you look around and you have a diversity of population from very young, and it's very active, through parents with the children, through people that have been coming here for multi-decades, and everybody loves to be here, and they're leaning in, they're talking, they're listening, and it's just a great atmosphere.
Parents, both parents helping with helping each other and helping the children, and it's really nice to see they're all together. Everybody's working together. I like that.
It's just that there are so many members of this church that are active participants out in the community, doing things for children, doing things socially, doing things for various organizations.
Personally, when memorial services were done for my husband Bibb, my daughter Elaine, and my grandson Douglas, and the Mizpah Circle and congregation for the generous donation for the refreshments after the 3 services.
Remember the feeling that you get when you come to church, how everybody is really there for you, and it's not lip service, it's real. So those moments make me very proud to be members.
Well, Verna got us to the church, but a very large part of what keeps us coming back to the church is Woody. Yeah. Karen's his favorite joke writer, but other than that, Woody is an incredible asset to this town, not only to the church, but to the whole town.
Woody is just the most wonderful man to be the leader of our congregation. I have seen Woody out in a parking lot at a grocery store, walking with a smile and self-satisfaction on his face that he knows who he is in relationship to his God. And I think every week he translates that and makes us feel good about our relationship with God, even though sometimes we're having a week that doesn't feel like it. And his sense of humor is absolutely contagious. His laugh is wonderful. His empathy is towering. That's what Woody is.
I've seen that just in the short time we've been in the church. When someone has passed away, how comforting it is to know Woody and to know what he offers and the things that he says and just how the whole community comes together. That's just neat.
Volunteering my time, serving on the session in the Mizpah Circle, and years ago I did help going all over town collecting pledge money, working on the Strawberry Festival for many years, and so forth.
Well, we are part of the Stewardship Committee, and we've been also helping out with the dinners, which behind the scenes is actually a lot of fun. And it's really cool when new
So what I do for session here seems to be a good fit for what I can do in the community here. I don't have the younger children that would pull me into some of those fundraising activities we do, but I feel I contribute, at least I keep the paperwork organized for us here.
We also work the Strawberry Festival.
Yep.
And we also had the honor of towing the float, the first ever New Boston Community Church float on the 4th of July. We were the tow
To me,
people.
it's really neat to be part of something that's greater than any one of us. And when we can donate our time and money to help that and to make this a better place, it's really just cool.
And I'd like to add that I think it's important that we all donate whatever we can so the church has the wherewithal to continue these programs. Because we've got a lot of good programs, but if we don't have the funding, we can't continue them.
I am a member of the session, so I am privy to the financial constraints that we operate under every year. And besides this singular time of year, when we get the greatest amount of money for our operating expenses for the year, the fundraising is great. It's social, it's very successful financially for us. The weekly offerings are very important for us, but to construct an annual budget, this one time of year that we ask you to consider pledging is very important to our budget. Just off the top of my head, I remember last year when we came in on a Sunday morning and the furnaces were out. And as a member of session, I know that that was like $11,000 or $12,000 that all of a sudden was a hole in our budget. So we are very low key here. We ask you during this one time of year to consider what you're able to give. For myself, I know I'm not the largest pledger in this church. I think it's appropriate when I pledge based on my income. But I even try and bump it up a little bit every year because I know what it goes for in the community and what this church actually acts as an access for the community of New Boston. There are countless things that are probably invisible to most of us on a day-to-day basis, besides the operating budget here. So it's very worthwhile.
Well, we know that the money is spent wisely. You can see it in the building with the Sunday school, which is an incredible program, the outreach that the church does for a lot of the community groups. This is the church's a meeting
Last
place.
30 years now. I don't think I can add to what is being done for our congregation. The program that is most important by all standards is the Sunday school program.
When I donate, I hope that the money goes back into the community. And what I see from the bottom line from the session is that's exactly the case. We have a Helping Hand Fund that is in active use for many members of the community that are kind of invisible to us as a congregation. We have use of a food pantry. This particular building, just what it takes to run it for heat and electricity and upkeep, and just to pay Woody's salary. Well, it also hosts Cub Scouts and various other organizations that are very vital to the health of the community. And by the way, kudos to all the people that do all that. Because if you look around in church and walk down the aisle, there are the scout leaders, there are the people that run the food pantry, there are the people that organize the Christmas baskets, Thanksgiving baskets, and it's really a congregation of people that care a great deal about the community.
Thank you for listening, and look forward to you being able to pledge again this year.
Thank you for listening.
And we hope that you'll really consider pledging this year.
So thank you so much for considering to pledge this year to the church. I promise you the money will go to good use. It goes out and it comes right back in the form that you've done something very good, and you can feel good about where your money is going.